Hello and welcome to Hiccup's first League of Legends guide. Today we're going to be teaching you how to gain consistent advantages in early game through bot lane. Everybody who has played bot lane has experienced this scenario. You play well, but suddenly you get killed by an extremely fed jungle, mid or top laner. After the game, you are likely very frustrated and feel like you had no impact in the game. Now people deal with emotions differently, but we want to help you combat your frustration. So without further ado, we'll set the goal for today. We want you to understand how to be impactful on the first 4 waves in bot lane with a concept known as cheetah recalls. We're going to cover it from the perspective of a long range carry together with a long range support, while your opponents will be a range carry and a melee range support. Before we jump into our concept, I just want to clarify what we mean by long range supports and melee range supports. Firstly, long range supports will in general be divided into 2 categories. On the one hand, we have enchanters, champions that can empower other champions with buffs like heals or shields, and on the other, mages, champions that deal a lot of magic damage and provide crowd control. Secondly, we have our melee range supports. They will usually have dashes or hooks to be able to get on top of you while providing crowd control so other champions can follow up. Now we have that in place, we can move on to our goal in the lane. One of the biggest advantages of a long range bot lane is its ability to trade uncontested. Thus, you decide which trades you take and how you manipulate your wave state. In general, you want to build a slow push and use the big wave to your advantage by getting good trades, plates, vision, or a reset. At the start of the game, your whole wave plan begins with one question. Can we be first in lane, or at least at the same time as the enemy arrives in bot lane? One of the most important concepts as a double range bot lane is the ability to choose the position you fight in. If the enemy bot lane can engage onto you, you typically will lose because melee supports have better all-in potential with better base stats and CC. This is especially clear when you need to help the jungle at the start of the game. If the enemy bot lane does not need to pull, they should and will wait for you in the bush trying to trap you. Afterward, you are not able to play towards your goal and thus not able to get an advantage. Here are the rough timings of when you need to stop helping the jungle and walk towards your lane. For the sake of this guide, we will name the first 4 waves A, B, C, and D, and the corresponding scenarios 1, 2, 3, and 4. For scenario 1, nothing special happens here, if you are able to be in position on time. One thing you should try to do is land 1 auto attack on the wave, so you are able to secure level 2, and then simply try to match the push by attacking the wave the same time the enemy attacks it. For scenario 2, aka the cheetah recall, you want to be able to get the level advantage on wave B by killing the 3 melee minions before the enemy bot lane. By doing this, you have more minions than the enemy bot lane, which is called a minion advantage. You want to maintain this minion advantage and wait for wave C to arrive. If you manage to hard push wave C, you will achieve enough time to perform a cheetah recall, as highlighted by RNG Gala here in this clip. One of the most noticeable disadvantages is if your jungle is pathing towards bot lane and you execute a cheetah recall. You will be in base by the time he or she wants to start the scuttle crab. This can lead to your jungle having to give up or dying at the scuttle crab, which puts your whole team at a disadvantage while you are off map. On the other hand, the most obvious advantage you get from a cheetah recall is an item and sustain advantage because of your recall, while the enemy bot lane is stuck in the lane. You will also notice that the time you are teleported in your base is the exact same time the enemy jungle could have started the bot side scuttle crab and is looking for a potential gank. He or she cannot gank and now has fewer options available. In summary, you should now have enough information to execute a cheetah recall to gain a consistent advantage in the bot lane. We understand that these concepts can be difficult to master, so to help, we have created our blog, which covers each concept in our videos more in depth with a greater range of scenarios, which is where you will find some extras to scenario 3 as well as scenario 4. If that sounds like something that interests you, the blog's link is down below. And while you're there, remember to like, subscribe, and let us know what you think we should cover in the comments.